Okay, so this is the follow-up video immediately. It's really just to set everything up. I think you'll learn better if I can just set these up. There's number 4, and there's number 5. All right, and like I said, I promised to send you some homework so we do a couple things with 5. This is another conceptual problem, number 4, where they're just asking you to think out loud. Look, they say the area of a rectangle is this, right? So that means that length times width equals area. And polynomials are treated just like numbers. So if I had a rectangle and this side was 7 and this side was 4, then the area is 28. If you told me the area was 28 and told me one side is 7, then 28 divided by 7 is 4. So the math is doing the same thing. It's basically what's going on. Okay? So they're asking you to think and pretend that these guys are really numbers. And I'll have something later for you today which makes more sense when we talk like that. And so now I have to figure out what this is. So I'm guaranteed there's no remainder, otherwise the problem doesn't make any sense. So there's the question mark. So since LW equals A, then, and I know the length and I need to find the width, I'll just divide both sides by L. There we go. What's the big deal? L divided by L cancels, and that's all I'm doing. So I'm going to divide W into A to get the length. Okay? So let's do that. What do we have here? 6x plus 5 divided, okay, that's the length that we know, divided into the area, which is 24x squared plus 2x minus 15. And your average freshman's probably feeling that, hey man, I can do this even if I'm not good at math. I know there's going to be a remainder. It's only 3 terms. Hell, if I could do 2 and 3, I should be able to do this one. So 6 goes into 24 4 times. The x tags along. There's 24x squared. 4 times 5 is 20. Again, you've been asked repeatedly to watch your signs. It's a common cause for mistakes. And remember, in this math, one little mistake, and as I've said so many times, it's all over. Okay? So 6x into negative 18x, is negative 3. So, and negative 3 times positive 5 is going to work, and they both come out to matching. And then the subtraction, which I won't bother. So what's the missing width? The missing width is 4x minus 3. This times this equals this. This divided by this equals this. This divided by this equals this. The Regents wants you to know that. And reasonably so. That's what you have to be able to do at your age. Okay? So now I turn my attention to the last one. I did get some feedback on that. Kids kept coming up with remainders. And like I said, that you've got to watch your like terms and your signs. So most of you should be able to get through this. Not a particularly difficult one. It's just got 5 terms this time. And let's take a close look at what happened here. We're missing the 4th power. So like I said before when I first introduced the subject, that just means that OX to the 4th is here. But we don't put the term in. There's no need for it. And it wouldn't affect the division anyway. Okay? So there it is. And I'll work left to right. And the first step should be pretty clear, except that it's got to be to the 3rd. That is, this divided by this is 3x to the 3rd. Check it yourself. You don't need me for that. Now we're in new territory because we're missing x to the 4th. We never had that before. So we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. It either works or it doesn't work. That's always the way I taught it. Negative times a positive is a negative. We're carefully watching our signs. Okay? And I have it written out here just in case. And now the opposite and the opposite, so important to get that right. And positive 3, negative 7 is negative 4. And we're good. Like terms. Everybody's good. This fit right into that because of the 1. And now right away, bring down plus 10x squared. So that might be another mistake kids might make. They don't bring this down right away. They're in a big rush. But now you got to go here to here. Okay? So now you set up, and I'm pausing this so you can see what I did. If you work systematically, you'll always get it. The negative 2 something's going to work here, and it looks like x. Let's check it out. 2x times 2x squared is 4x cubed. A negative times a positive is a negative. Follow it right up, and here's another spot where the kids would do. So I get positive 2x over here. Let me leave the sign off there. That might be confusing. So here, kids got confused. Okay? But this times this equals that. Okay? So as we're here, and we divided everything down, okay? When I multiply backwards, I get negative 4x cubed, and then this one here. And there's my positive x, okay? So now when I take the opposites, I take the opposites. The 10x squared is still there. I'll bring that down. But these guys go away. See that? So that's typically what happens as the problems get more complicated. You've got to keep an eye on the signs. So what's left? A 10x squared minus 5. So it either works or it doesn't work. So here the math seems to be skipping powers. They can get as difficult as you want. Like I said, I don't know how far we're going to take this. 2x squared into 10x squared goes positive 5 times. And so there's the 10x squared. And 5 times negative 1 is 5. So you see it works. And you can check by multiplying this binomial times this trinomial, and now getting a polynomial 5th degree with 5 terms. Okay? And so that would be the math there. I'll give you a little more, and again, I don't know. It's good practice going ahead, because they want you to be comfortable working with polynomials, and this is a good way for kids to get that practice that they desperately need. So there it is, worked out. There are the differences. I'll do a couple more. I don't want to go crazy with this, like I said, and we'll begin our new topic today anyway, but I will give you an assignment for the weekend. Okay? So let's just